This is Cronkite News.
Welcome to this Cronkite News Update. I'm Kendall Bartley. Here's a look at the top stories we're tracking today at noon. The Supreme Court is back in session today following the death of Justice Antonin Scalia last week. Acknowledging the empty seat in the courtroom, Chief Justice John Roberts started today with a tribute to the late justice, saying, quote, "He was our man for all seasons, and we shall miss him beyond measure." Roberts, along with many of the current and past Supreme Court justices, paid their respects at Scalia's funeral on Saturday. Thousands of mourners gathered by the Capitol's grandest Catholic church to say goodbye to the leading conservative voice on the High Court. Some of those mourning in Washington were from Arizona.
He definitely shaped the history of our country, and I think it's important that we all say goodbye to a man of such importance.
I think this is just a big gathering of people who appreciate the Supreme Court and our justice institutions and are kind of just excited to be here.
Also in D.C., Governor Doug Ducey, who met with other governors in the nation's capital today to talk about key issues affecting the state. He spoke with the Republican Governors Association and the National Governors Association about efforts to boost economic competitiveness. He mentioned Arizona's accomplishments and the state's economic growth. Ducey said in a press release, "There is no doubt people have their eye on Arizona." He said, "We are doing things like putting money into K-12 education without raising taxes with Proposition 123. We are having pension reform that is going to be going to the ballot." The Republican candidates are looking ahead tomorrow, where they'll fight for votes at the Nevada caucuses. The race is starting to reshape as over the weekend, Jeb Bush dropped out of the Republican race. Donald Trump took home first at the South Carolina primary, followed by Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz in second and third, respectively. And Hillary Clinton beat out Bernie Sanders by 5 points at the Nevada caucuses. Sanders will hope to regain ground at the Saturday's South Carolina primary. Today is the last day to register if you want to vote in Arizona's presidential preference election on March 22nd. If you're a registered independent voter, then you must re-register under the Republican, Democrat, or Green Party in order to vote. Here's a look at what's coming up tonight at 5 on Arizona PBS.
I would be in favor of sending a relatively small number, about 5,000 more to Iraq.
U.S. Senator John McCain spoke one-on-one with Cronkite News on solutions to Syrian conflict and the effect they have on Silicon Valley and national security. This traditional African beat can still be found in music today, specifically in rap, how music and dance has impacted Black history and why it continues to resonate here in the Valley. That's it for this Cronkite News Update. For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.